which stuns me. You were once a bartender in a crack den.
Okay.
Is this now... I'm not kidding. This is true, and that's the kind of thing that you can't gloss over on a show like this.
I tried. No. What it was, I worked in a place that had crack smokers or snifters or however they go about it, you know, all up and down the stairwell, but I didn't know what it was. You know, just a bunch of cool guys hanging out with some vials all over the floor.
So you just worked as a bartender, and you thought these people were just like that's good tobacco, you know?
No, I just thought they were kind of hanging out. You know, they're just always kind of there, and they didn't bother me. I didn't bother them. They just kind of did their own stuff, and I just...
When did it eventually dawn on you that these guys are actually, you know, climbing the walls?
They were bad, you know. When the other bartender that I worked with said, you know what, you might want to come with me and take your stuff because we have to leave. And I said, well, he goes, something's going to go down. And I was like, ooh. So I took my stuff.
I haven't heard that since Beretta.
I know. Well, that's
something's going to go down.
That's kind of how I said, something's going to go down. And then we left, and subsequently the place is no longer there. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I thought it was really fun. We'd have maybe a party every month, and all these people would show up. You get $50 for opening a bottle of champagne for like a guy and his entourage. It was very freaky deaky. So it's kind of a nice introduction to me.
Is that on your resume somewhere? You know, next to all the big movies you've been in, worked as bartender in crack den.
That's it's on right next to, you know, horseback riding, you know, splits, gymnastics, those types of things.
Right. All the different skills.
That I have.
Let's talk about the film Practical Magic.
Okay.
A lot of women in this movie. It's almost you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of films with guys, which is an awful lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but this is where we can, you know, embrace the womanhood that is me. And but when you
I like to embrace womanhood. Yes.
Do you? I kind of got that the past couple weeks that you might want to embrace my womanhood. Yeah.
No. Your lawyer called me. It's over.
You get a lot of women on set, and you're bound to have some, you know, emotional upheaval, as it were. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know if you know this or if it's appropriate to talk about. They say when women get together, we sort of merge on the same system or cycle, is that, you know, and when you get 32 of us cycling, I'm just going to use that as the code word, it gets...
I'm still confused.
Are you? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Explain it to him.
I know exactly.
Explain it to him.
I'll tell him. You know that having a little friend over to visit?
Has it been a while for you? Are you
Bang, got it. Andy has to explain a lot of things to me.
Yeah, that's okay. It's but no, you know, one would start crying, and then everyone would start crying. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. You know how us girls are. We're all like that, right?
Sounds like an intimidating set for a guy to just walk into.
Yeah, and poor Griffin, the director, had his hands full. But he embraced it. He embraced us a lot, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next time. Do you think, now, the movie is about witches and witchcraft. Are you a believer? Do you believe that you have any kind of ability?
I think everyone's got a great sense about them, whether it's intuition or gut instinct. Or, you know, there's so many coincidences that happen that we can't explain, but it's sort of about their family that were condemned as witches just because no one understood the women in Winston-Salem, so they didn't understand them, so they hung them, you know. And that's what happened. So they've been living with that curse, but then it's more about accepting what makes you different, which is really hard in this day and age. So it makes you feel great about being a freak. You know? So I felt good by the end of the film.
I would like that movie.
Yeah, you would.
I would feel really good about that movie.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you like what makes you odd. Yeah.
We have, first of all, the movie opens October 16th, which is this Friday, Practical Magic. But before you go, I wanted you to have this souvenir plate, which is worth a great deal of money.
I've seen it. I kind of look a little bit like a drag queen.
Yeah, isn't that nice? It's very nice.
Yeah.
That's for you, right there.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I look like a drag queen in...
And I look 11 years old.
You look, sure. But look at this. I'm a little scary looking on this plate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's from your Creepella face.
Creepella is here to visit.
Just be quiet over there. Go back to your coffee.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to get to dinner, but Sandra, thank you very much for being here. Really nice meeting you and having you on the show. Sandra Bullock, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Scott Thompson. Everywhere. Please